Goal90 Shop, your one-stop solution for all your World Cup needs.
From last-minute drama to bizarre occurrences that left fans scratching their heads, the Africa Cup of Nations final never fails to deliver. But the 2026 edition, it was on a whole other level. We witnessed moments that felt more like a movie script than a football match. This final had everything. Welcome to Goal90, and today we are breaking down the 9 crazy things that happened in the AFCON Final. 1. The pre-match sabotage. Before the first whistle even blew, the drama had already begun. Reports started filtering out of the Senegalese camp about a major security breach at their hotel. Rumours suggested that the team's water supply had been tampered with and that several key players were feeling unwell just hours before kickoff. It wasn't just speculation. The atmosphere was tense. On match day, reports started flooding in about the Senegalese team bus being delayed for over 45 minutes on the way to the stadium. Coincidence? Maybe. But when you're about to play in a continental final, every minute of your pre-match routine matters. The Senegalese Federation even lodged a formal complaint, claiming that their training kits had been misplaced during transit to the stadium. While some dismissed it as mind games, the visible frustration on the faces of the coaching staff suggested something was seriously wrong. It set a chaotic tone for a final that hadn't even started yet. 2. Senegalese players walking off. This was the moment that almost broke the internet. After that contentious penalty was awarded to Morocco, the Senegal players didn't just protest, they literally walked off the pitch. This wasn't a tactical substitution, it was a fight against injustice. The captain in the stands, Kalidou Koulibaly, was seen gesturing to his teammates to leave the pitch in protest. For 10 agonizing minutes, the game stood still. The crowd went silent. You could see the confusion on the Moroccan players' faces. For a moment, it looked like the final might actually be abandoned. This wasn't just a protest, this was a team at breaking point, feeling like the entire match was stacked against them. The tension in the stadium was suffocating. 3. Sadio Mane, the secret peacekeeper. But here's where it gets interesting. While Koulibaly and the others were marching off, guess who stepped up? Sadio Mane. The cameras caught him sprinting after his teammates, grabbing them, pleading with them. You could read his lips saying, "We can still win this." For 10 minutes, Mane became less of a footballer and more of a diplomat. While his teammates were fuming at the officials, Mane was moving between his own bench and the opposition, urging calm. He convinced them to come back. He reminded them of why they were there. Without Mane's intervention, we might never have seen the rest of this match. That's leadership you can't teach. That's the mark of a true captain, even when he wasn't wearing the armband. 4. Edouard Mendy's mind games. When the Senegal players finally returned to the pitch to face the penalty, Edouard Mendy decided to take matters into his own hands. Literally, knowing the immense pressure on the penalty taker, Mendy began a masterclass in psychological warfare. He was seen aggressively scuffing up the penalty spot with his boots, forcing the referee to intervene. He spent minutes adjusting his kit, talking to the ball boys and staring down the Moroccan players. He earned a yellow card for his antics, but it didn't matter. By the time the ball was placed, Mendy had successfully turned a simple 12-yard kick into a mental mountain. He had gotten deep inside the head of Morocco's biggest star, and the results were about to be historic. 5. The Towel War. This has to be one of the most African football moments ever recorded. It started innocently enough. Senegal's goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy, kept a towel in the side of his net to dry his gloves. Standard practice, right? Wrong. To the Moroccan side, that towel was more than just fabric. They acted like it was a source of voodoo or a secret tactical weapon. But it gets even crazier. The Moroccan players joined the heist. Midfielder Ismail Saibari was seen physically blocking Senegal staff from passing a replacement towel to Mendy. It was a bizarre tug-of-war occurring while a continental final was being played. The towel became the most contested object on the pitch besides the actual ball. It proved that in the AFCON, even the smallest superstitions are treated like matters of national security. You just can't make this stuff up. 6. Brahim Diaz's cold curse. Brahim Diaz has been the talk of the town since switching his allegiance to Morocco, but the final was a nightmare for him. It wasn't just his performance, it was a series of bizarre events. First, he slipped during a clear one-on-one chance. Then, his boots literally fell apart on the pitch, forcing him to change them mid-game. But the craziest part? Every time he touched the ball in the final third, the stadium lights in that specific corner seemed to flicker. Fans started calling it the cold curse. He looked like a player destined to score, yet every law of physics seemed to work against him. His penalty miss in the 90-plus 24th minute cannot be forgotten in the streets of Morocco. 7. Pape Gueye's third time. Lucky. If there was a man of destiny in this match, it was Pape Gueye. His night was a roller coaster of what-ifs. In the first half, he saw a goal-bound header miraculously saved by Yassine Bounou. Then, in the dying seconds of regular time, he was involved in the play where Senegal thought they had scored, only for the referee to blow for a foul by Abdoulaye Seck. Most players would have given up, but Gueye kept going. In the dying seconds of stoppage time, he found himself in the box again. He squeezed a shot through a forest of legs, and this time it counted. After having 2 goals taken away, his third attempt finally stood. The relief on his face was palpable. It was a testament to perseverance, proving that in football you only need to be lucky once, even if it takes 3 tries to get there. 8. The Golden Heartbreak. In every final, there is a villain or a tragic hero. This time it was Morocco's rising star Brahim Diaz who had the chance to give Morocco the chance to win the trophy. A penalty was awarded. The weight of a nation was on his shoulders. He stepped up, hoping to deceive Mendy with a panenka, but Mendy picked the ball like a Christmas gift. It was a golden opportunity that turned into a heartbreak of epic proportions. The trophy slipped off Morocco's fingers. Senegalese players celebrated, and that will be replayed for years. It was the moment the trophy slipped through Morocco's fingers. 9. The 50-year curse continues. History was on the line for Morocco. It has been 50 years since they last tasted AFCON glory back in 1976. Every year the pressure builds. Every year they are favourites, and every year something goes wrong. This final felt like the year the curse would finally break, especially with the talent they have in this 2026 squad. But as the final whistle blew, the reality set in. The 50-year wait continues. It's becoming a psychological barrier that seems impossible to leap over. No matter how well they play, the AFCON curse remains the most dominant story in Moroccan football. How much longer can this wait go on? The 2026 AFCON Final wasn't just a game, it was an emotional gauntlet. It showed us the beauty, the chaos, and the sheer unpredictability of African football. Senegal walked away as kings again, but the stories from this match will be told for decades. From towels to sabotages, it reminded us why we love this tournament so much. Which of these moments do you think was the craziest? Was it the walk-off or the goal that didn't exist? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. We love hearing your takes on these wild matches. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the madness of the AFCON Final, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our future videos. We've got plenty more football stories coming your way. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Goal 90 Shop, your one-stop solution for all your World Cup needs.